Alright, so we are back for another review, guys, and today we're gonna take a look at the headphone. So actually, this is the HarmonicDyne Helios, and yeah, we haven't checked it. It's been here for some time, but we haven't did a full review. And really interesting about this is this around $179, but that's some wood trims. Really looks good, for $179. But yes, we're gonna do quick unboxing and also check this out if this is really nice for that kind of price range. So first, a big thanks to Hi-Fi Go for sending this over. Links down below for their shop. So of course, I already did actually an unboxing of this one, but I just like to show you guys, what's inside the box and what the box looks like, because it's a really, nicely packaged headphone. So actually, this is the first HarmonicDyne here in this channel. I do have a lot of headphone brands, but this is the first time that I'm gonna get this brand, and really interesting because this is an open back, guys, for around $179, and really looks good as well. So let's open it up. All right, so look at this, guys, and you're greeted with a headphone right away. So let's take a look at that in a few, and let's see what you get inside the box. So actually the box is pretty plain, but you're getting as well really nice looking cable and braided on this one as well. So looking at the headphone itself, this is really a different kind of look compared to your other headphones in the price range. It has metals, it has wood trims, and yeah, really looks, I would say, more than its price range in terms of the overall build quality. So you're getting HarmonicDyne at the side, you're getting also some swivel, which is nice, and you're seeing that metal at the side with the HarmonicDyne logo and open back, guys, as you guys can see. And also this metal in build, cold to the touch. You have your wood trims in this side, and yeah, this is real wood, guys. This is not just plastic. At the top, you're getting again some metal trims, and you're also getting some pretty sizable cushion at the top. And here at this side, you're getting the same thing. And yes, here at the cups, you're getting a 50mm driver at this side, guys, and this is the pads that I personally like. These are velour pads. I'm not a fan anymore of leather pads because I do have a lot of headphones, and some of them, because it's leather, some are already bogged down. You need to replace them. But actually, my velour pads that I use, especially in my HD 600, still survives with daily use. So I do prefer velour pads for me personally, and yeah, this is a welcome addition to this one. In terms of the softness, also, this is quite a soft headphone in terms of the pads. So definitely this might be comfortable to wear for a long listening session, and it's kind of a velvety kind of texture as well. So yes, in terms of the overall build quality, frankly speaking, for me, this kind of punches above its weight in terms of the build quality. And you're getting open back as well. So build quality itself is really promising in this one for sure. And yeah, has some weight to it also. Actually, this kind of reminds me of maybe the weight of planars for me. So yeah, really substantial. So definitely yes, again, more heavy compared to maybe my Audio-Technicas, more heavy compared to my Sennheisers as well. Yeah, so yeah, it feels well built overall. So let's put it on the ear, and I'm gonna give you guys my impressions in how this wears on the ear, and also of course how it sounds like. Alright, so now this is what it looks like on the ear. So definitely on your head, this more of an audiophile looking kind of headphone, more of an enthusiast look on the head. Definitely not your usual headphone look. Definitely a blingy kind of look on the heads. If you're gonna use this outside, you'll definitely get that looks. You definitely maybe get that attention that it's a different headphone. You look like an enthusiast. It will be kind of up to you if you kind of like that look or not. So on the head, it's actually quite a big headphone on the head, but it's actually not that bad in terms of the comfort. So the pads are pretty soft on the head, and also the cushion on top is pretty good. and it doesn't really bother me that much in terms of the fit on the ear. And also the cups kind of go around my ear because it's a big can, so it doesn't bother my ear that much. And also I did find that the clamp is perfect for me, so it's not that clamping on the head for me. It's still pretty stable on the ear, it's pretty stable on the head, but still having that comfort that's not being too clampy on the head. And definitely being open back kind of headphone, it doesn't warm up your head, and this one doesn't warm up your ears. So definitely yes, in terms of comfort, I could see me wearing this for some time, but you'll definitely feel this on your head because this is a heavy headphone. But they were able to find a solution with the pads and also with the cushion on the top, which makes this still pretty comfortable to wear for a long listening session. It's also pretty stable on the head, so even if I bob my head around, it doesn't move around that much. So it's not the most stable headphone that I have worn, but it's not that bad. It's actually pretty good in terms of the stability on the head. But this is not something that you want to use for any extraneous work. Obviously this is an open back kind of design, but definitely really good stability on this. So actually on the ear, I don't have any major issues on this one. So now let's go to the sound impressions. So it's a bright V kind of headphone, and looking at the graph, guys, you have that hump from the bass region going to around 1K, and after 1K you have that kind of dip in the vocal region from 1K to 2K. You do have again a slight elevation at around 4K, and you have that bigger elevation at around 10K in the air frequencies. So in terms of the overall signature, again, it's more of a bright headphone, so definitely really lively because of that shimmer on top, that elevation at the high frequencies. This makes it a really fun kind of engaging kind of headphone. So definitely in terms of the signature, this is not something that you can use for mixing work. This is more of a fun headphone, something that you can use for some casual kind of listening. So even if it's kind of a bright V kind of headphone, actually the bass here is pretty substantial. It's not lacking at all for me. Definitely that 50mm drivers helped out in making the impact really prominent in the mix. In terms of highs, for me, this is the highlight of this one. This is the characteristic for me of the Helios. It has that air frequency elevation, which makes the listen really lively, engaging. This does color the sound, but I would say they were able to do it tastefully. It doesn't sound unnatural to my ears. So for me, the percussions really shine. Acoustic instruments really shine on this. It gave it more life when you're listening to more acoustic kind of tracks. Just the mids have really nice layering as well to it. It's pretty lively in the mix, really engaging as well. So again, more of a fun presentation of the mids. Also natural in terms of the vocal presentation again, and not shouty. Doesn't pierce the ears, as well as the highs. I don't have any sibilance in this one, even if the air frequencies are elevated in the mix. However, my issue in the mids here is yes, as you can see from the graph, the mids area is quite recessed in the mix, so the vocal positioning is not as good for me, not as I would like. So it's around maybe around 2 dB, 3 dB less than what I would like. So for example, for 24K Magic Bruno Mars, I find that Bruno Mars vocals is a bit too recessed in the mix. So definitely this is not a headphone for those who like mids, those who like vocals. You should look for another headphone. And this one, those are the bass. The bass is pretty substantial in this one. So again, for a bright signature, a bright measured kind of headphone, the bass is still pretty substantial in this one, maybe because of that 50mm big drivers that they have in this one. So I would say the impact is definitely there. It's quite prominent in the mix. I did listen to some bassy tracks as well, and yeah, pretty substantial in the mix. Is definitely not missing in the mix. And what I like about this is it doesn't overpower the rest of the spectrum. They were able to find a balance that it's still quite fun, but not overly ton, that it eats up the rest of the spectrum. But if I'm gonna nitpick, the decay might be a bit slower than what I would like. So if it is a bit faster, it would be a little bit better for me. But yes, I would say it's still pretty okay, pretty good for me in terms of the overall bass response, because it is okay in the overall mix. It doesn't overpower the rest of the spectrum. So in terms of soundstage, this is not the biggest that I've heard. For an open back kind of headphone, open backs usually have the biggest sound stages, and it's not like that here. I would say this more of a medium kind of room. It still has that intimacy to the whole sound stage. It's not kind of a large hall. It's more of a medium kind of room. Definitely not the smallest that I've heard, but again, not the biggest as well. So it still has that intimacy to the sound. In terms of separation, the presentation being dynamic driver is pretty smooth overall. It's not that black and white. The separation for me is just okay in this one. It's not something that will blow you away. So for me, this is not something that you can use for mixing and mastering kind of work. You need to pinpoint the instruments in the mix. This is not something that you can use for that. So in terms of the imaging is just okay for me. Again, not something that you can use for mixing and mastering kind of work. So in terms of amp pairing, I did like this with a warmer amplifiers. So for me, given that the presentation, this one is a bit more warm already, and it has that brightness on top. I did like this with warmer amplifiers. It enhanced that characteristic of the sound and even made it a little bit more fun. So I do prefer warmer amplifiers in this one. So verdicts for the HarmonicDyne Helios. Of course, there's a lot of things going for it. We have pros and cons here. So first, I do like the overall build quality. It really looks, sick on the head. One of the, better looking headphones for me. Really nicely built. Has that wooden trims, and yeah, on the ear, comfortable on the ear, and definitely I would say punches above its weight in terms of the overall build quality and the package itself. In terms of the sound, it has that fun to it, and I would say nicely done overall. So if you want to have a casual listening pair, and you like fun in your life, and with that substantial bass as well, this is a really compelling option actually in that kind of price range. And even this quite a new player in the price range. I do like the presentation of the headphone itself. The presentation of the music is pretty natural on the ear, fun as well, and being open back is a really nice experience for $179. So in terms of cons, this is not for vocal heads. If you like mids, this is not something that you can use. And also some people might not like that elevation in the air frequencies. So this does reduce the versatility of this headphone. So neutral headphones will still be more versatile compared to this one. But for some time in the day, sometime in a week that you want fun in your day, this is something that you can use for that. All right, so that's our look with the HarmonicDyne headphones. So actually, I'm really excited to review more headphones here in this channel because it's quite lacking. I do have a headphone collection. I actually collected headphones before I did IEM. So yeah, I do love headphones in general, but I didn't review a lot of them yet. And I do like to review more here in this channel. I'm taking a look at maybe the HD600s, the M40Xs, the Fostex T50RPs, also the 4XX from Hi-Fi Man. Kind of looking at those, or maybe the Oppo PM3. Kind of looking to review those here in the channel. Looking forward to that. And kind of missed wearing headphones as well, because I do wear a lot of IEMs nowadays, because yes, I do review IEMs mostly here in the channel. But looking forward for more headphone reviews. You can suggest to me guys what type of headphones you like me to check out here in this channel. And what do you think about the HarmonicDyne Helios? Have it also down in the comments below. And of course, if you learned something, leave a like and subscribe for more content like this in the future. And I'm gonna see you guys in the next zpolt review.